Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. We're going to be doing a get ready with me style video and I'm finally going to be sharing with you the story of mine and Brandon's engagement. If you missed it on Instagram or actually in my last video, I was sneaky wearing the ring. Basically Brandon proposed to me a couple of days ago. We've been together for 7 years. I'm just ridiculously overjoyed basically. So yeah, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna put makeup on, we're gonna chat, I'm gonna tell you the whole story and also, you know, all the other updates that are kind of happening around that. So yes, if you're interested in hanging out with me, doing your makeup and learning about how I got engaged, then please keep on watching. I think I'm gonna start out, do I do my skin first or my eyes first? Skin first, eyes first, skin first. I'm going to do my skin first. I'm going to take the risk. I'm using the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I've been trying to get this one to work. I featured it in a full face of first impressions a little while ago now. Was it a little while ago? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. Am I sold on this one? This is a silicone primer that kind of smooths pores and things like that. I'm just not really sure if my skin likes it, basically. I can't tell yet. It's honestly so strange to have this thing on my finger. I don't wear jewelry. That's one thing about me that a lot of people probably surprised about, but I do not wear any jewelry at all. And so to now have this incredibly beautiful thing on my hand, I'm like, stop it. What is that? Foundation today, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Now let's get into this story. So for our 7-year anniversary this year, Brandon bought me, it was like a couples retreat. So it's this place in the Dandenong Mountains, which is like this big, beautiful rainforest, kind of near, well, is it a rainforest? I think it's a rainforest. I don't know. Near Melbourne. And yeah, so for our anniversary, he purchased me, you know, this couples retreat package. And basically you go there with your other half and it's like this beautiful Balinese resort. You get massages, there's champagne, you got like a private dinner, you know, there's chocolate, there's a hot tub. You've basically got the entire grounds to yourself. Like, it's incredible. And so yeah, he gifted me that for our anniversary and I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, oh my goodness, you know, like that's so beautiful. I can't wait to go with you. What an amazing present. But I wasn't sus on it, if you know what I mean. I wasn't like, ooh, this seems a little bit romantic. Is he going to propose? I've had so many people ask me like, did you know it was coming? And no, I didn't. Although there are some other things that were dodgy, well, were sus that I will tell you about. Anyway, so weeks kind of passed and again, like we've been so busy doing all the stuff for the lashes, all of the quality checking. I've been working with different warehouses. I feel like I've got my fingers in 10 different pies at the minute. So I really didn't think about it. And I sort of mentioned to Brandon, I was like, oh, you know, when are we going to go on that Balinese retreat thing? And he was like, oh, you know, he's so sneaky. And it turns out that he did it this way so that I didn't clue on. And he was sort of like, you know, we'll just book it in like when you're available, when you don't have too much on, kind of when you're ready. And so I just didn't think anything of it. And anyway, so we eventually book it in. Now, before this, Brandon had asked me not to go into our bank account. So obviously, all of our banking and everything, it's all sort of joined together. Like we've been together for 7 years now. We do everything together. We own houses together. We're adulting. We're officially adulting. And he was like, please don't go into our bank account. I've bought you a present and I don't want you to kind of know like what it is. And I of course didn't think anything of that either because we do that all the time. Like if I've purchased something out of a particular account, I'll be like, Bub, don't go in that account. Like I don't want you to know what I got you. Didn't think anything of it. And then he got something strange delivered to the house. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm getting something delivered today. If I'm not home, can you please sign for it? Don't open it. Don't look at it. Again, didn't think of it. I was like, oh, you know, it's obviously like this present that he's bought me. And he'd also been taking weird sneaky phone calls. So I'd sort of started to piece all of that together. And I was like, maybe, but you know, like you never really know. I'm going to do my brows now. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color dark brown. So anyway, circle back to the future. We arrive at this beautiful place and it's just absolutely magical. It's gorgeous. There's these beautiful big lakes and lagoons and oh, honestly, there was rose petals on the bed and there was champagne and strawberries and chocolate and just things out of your wildest dreams. Like, it was absolutely incredible. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is insane. So then we went off and we had like a 2-hour couples massage. FYI, Brandon had never had a massage before. He was for sure asleep. He denies it, but You were asleep. I know you're breathing. I know. But anyway, so then we go back to the room and then we come and get collected for this private dinner, and we have this beautiful private dinner. And yeah, and so dinner was really nice. And obviously, like, the coolest thing about this place is that you literally have the entire place to yourself. Like, there are no other couples there. You don't even really see the staff. It's like having your own private resort. It's so cool. So yeah, we're having this private dinner, and still I'm not really thinking anything of it. You know, we're just having fun mucking around how we normally do. Ordered a bottle of wine, all that sort of stuff, having a great time. Anyway, dinner finishes and we go back to our suite, right? And the plan was to get into the hot tub. But seeing as we'd just eaten what was quite literally like a 5-course meal, I was like, Bebs, I gotta go to the toilet. You gotta get out of here. Just primming my eyes now with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Old habits die hard. I know. I've been doing it with a beauty blender though lately, and it's a lot quicker and easier, and I don't know, I'm lazy and I just like things to go fast, okay? Don't judge me. So yeah, I'm like, you got to get out of here. I need to go to the toilet because the doors to the bathroom, and this is probably like way too much information, but we're family. The doors into the bathroom, so basically there was like a 4-poster bed in the middle of the room, and then behind that there were 2 sort of doors, and they were like wooden kind of swinging type doors, like, I don't know what you would call them, but they didn't close properly, like they didn't seal off. So if Brandon was sitting on the bed while I was in the toilet, he basically would have heard everything. Yeah, feel me? So I'm like, you know, can you please like just go into the other room and just give me a minute, and I'm going to get my bikinis and then we can get into the hot tub and like grab the wine, bitch, I'm ready to go. Just going to use the Tarte Toasted Palette Dye. I'm absolutely obsessed with this one. It smells amazing and the formulas are gorgeous. I'm probably just going to do like a, I don't know, warm tone smoky eye like every other day of your life, Nikkia? Yeah, probably. So anyway, Brandon's fussing around in his suitcase and I'm like jumping up and down in the toilet doorway being like, can you please get out of here? And he's like fussing around and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you getting out of your suitcase? Anyway, of course, I didn't think anything of it. And I've kind of just gone, oh, were you looking for, you know, your shorts to get into the hot tub? And he was like, yeah, I'm just getting my shorts. So he basically grabbed his shorts and he went outside. Turns out that he actually, while he was ruffling around in his suitcase, he had grabbed the ring out of his suitcase and he'd taken it outside. He's so sneaky, this man of mine. And so anyway, I've proceeded to go to the toilet, and then I've come kind of through, so the front room where the bed is, you kind of go through to another back room that's kind of like a lounge. I couldn't find Brandon, and I'm like, Brandon, like, where are you? Like, calling out for him. And so he was out on the back. So out the back of like this beautiful Balinese hut thing, there's this big, beautiful deck that leads out onto a lake, and there's all these beautiful garden lights, and it's honestly magical. There's a big hot tub. There's like this thing, like you walk out kind of in the middle of the lake on the water, and there's like this beautiful table and chairs under like this little shack. It's the most beautiful place. And anyway, so Brandon's down by the water, like on the deck by the water, sort of in the middle of all where like these gorgeous lights were. And he's going, oh, come out here. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's dark. Like, because by this point, I feel like it was like maybe 9 o'clock. And he's like, oh, come out here. And I'm like, no, it's dark. Like, let's get into the hot tub like we were gonna. And I don't know if I've told you guys before, but Brandon loves fishing. Like, you know, that's his kind of like the thing that he does in his spare time. He just adores fishing. And so then he proceeds to say, oh no, come and have a look at the fish. And in my head, I'm like, it's dark. I'm not going to see the fish. And it basically made no sense. And I was like, oh, these bloody fish that he's obsessed with, always talking about the fish. Anyway, so I go down the deck and, you know, not thinking anything of it. I'm like, all right, show me these freaking fish and then we can get in the hot tub. Oh, look at this beautiful maroon color. I'm using the color Cozy, which is like kind of like a gorgeous reddy maroon. This palette, honestly, you need it. I'm also going to smudge that color just under my eyes. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm talking so fast. This video is going to be all over the place. I finally stopped crying, thankfully. I've been crying like the drop of the hat the last few days ever since it happened. And then I'm going to take Flame, which is like this beautiful burgundy, and I'm going to pack it onto the lid. Oh my gosh, look at that colour. I'm going to pack the light colour from the palette just in the inner corner as well. And then once I'm done this, I promise I'll get back to the story. I'm just struggling to multitask. Okay, so anyway, actually the mascara that I'm using is the Maybelline, the Colossal Volume Express. You already know that this was one of my all-time favorites. So yeah, anyway, I've walked down all the steps on the decking down to where Brandon is. And he's like in the middle of the deck now. And it's like something out of a fairy tale. So imagine Brandon on a deck. Just imagine Brandon by himself. I'm obsessed with him. And then behind him is like this beautiful lake with all of these really gorgeous gardens and palm trees and things like that. And then in all of the gardens and all through the water are these really gorgeous lights, and there's fairy lights and there's lights of different colors, and it just looks incredible. I'm going to do winged eyeliner, and then I'm going to put lashes on because I've decided that I want to wear these bad boys. These are the Gemma Lash. They're from Nikkia Cosmetics, you guys. It's launching so soon. I know you're sick of me saying it's coming soon, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. There's a whole story to it. It's got to do with the stickers of the boxes. We've basically reordered all of the boxes with the names printed on them instead of the stickers. They're being reordered. The lashes are being swapped into the new boxes, and then we go on sale. Okay. It's happening soon. But yeah, I feel like I want to do something a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to do some winged eyeliner. Put these bad boys on instead. All right, lashes are on. Me like you. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer today. I'm mixing a few different shades because, well, this is clearly too light. So yeah, anyway, I've come down onto the deck and Brandon's come over and like giving me a hug, and it turns out, and I didn't notice at the time, but it turns out like I went to, because he's so much taller than me, I grabbed him kind of around the middle and he sneakily moved my hands up because he had the ring shoved up in his jumper kind of behind him so that I couldn't see it. So cheeky. Anyway, so he's giving me a hug, you know, and he's saying all these really nice things, and like, I love you and everything, and then he goes, but I have a problem. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, how can you have a problem? Look how beautiful this is. And he goes to me, I can't be your boyfriend anymore. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm just like low-key freaking out. Like, what is going on here? And then he gets down on one knee and he goes, oh, and I'm just going to start crying even just telling this story. Oh, okay, so yeah, he gets down on one knee and he pulls the ring out and he says, I don't want to be your boyfriend anymore. I want to be your husband. So I start wailing. Like, can you even imagine? Like, it is lucky that there is no one else in this resort because it would have sounded like someone was dying. And let me tell you, when I get emotional and when I'm really affected by something, I don't have a pretty girl cry. Like, I am like the ugliest crier you will ever see. So I just start wailing and sobbing, and I'm like, like this, and I'm like hyperventilating, losing it. And so anyway, he's still down on one knee, and I'm like not making sense. I'm not breathing. I'm losing it. I'm passing out. I'm done. See ya. And then he says to me, will you marry me? And I'm like still like, yes, I will. Okay. Like the ugliest, loudest. You cannot even imagine how crazy I looked at this point. And I don't know, it's sort of hard to describe, but you know when, for those of you who have, you know, who are engaged kind of a thing, was it the same for you? Like, did you not notice the ring at all in the moment? Like, I honestly, like, once he was down on one knee and he was saying those words to me, I just, all logic was out the window. I didn't even see the ring. I had no idea what was going on. I was just howling like some kind of pig. And he puts this absolutely incredible, I mean, look at it. He puts this ring on my finger. Oh, there's just no way to describe the person in the world who you love and respect the most, you know, above anybody, getting down on one knee and putting a ring on your finger. There's no words for that. I just cannot describe to you how that feels. So yeah, he basically had been to my mum's house the day before and, you know, went to her to ask her blessing and, you know, tell her of his plans to marry me and things like that. He asked my mum for her blessing because I don't really have like a traditional father figure. I'm just setting things down with the Too Faced Sweet Peach Powder. But yeah, I've been through some pretty frightful experiences, you know, and I'm not going to get into that today. This is a happy video. But my dad's actually not in my life at all, and that's fine. You know, my mum was incredible and she totally made up for 10 dads. Like, she's just amazing. So yeah, Brandon had been to my mum's house the day before to let her know and to ask her blessing and stuff. So she already knew. So I'm on the ground kind of like, whoa, oh my God, like wailing, dying, freaking out, losing it, done. Brandon gets mum on the phone, you know, to sort of have her in the moment as well because we're really, really close, you know, with my family. And I'm on the phone, I'm like, Mum, and I'm not even speaking words, and like she knew exactly what was going on. I can't even really remember the conversation that I had with her. Like, I was just done for. And so yeah, then he sort of like, we got in the hot tub and stuff, and he told me, you know, the whole story about how he had been searching for the perfect stone for months, and you know, he'd had the ring made and he'd been researching jewelers and all this kind of stuff. I'm not a ring person. I never really knew what I wanted. I tried on a couple kind of when I got sized. He took me in months and months and months ago to have my finger sized. And I wasn't, I was never really like, okay, this is exactly, it just wasn't about the ring. I just wanted to be Brandon's wife. Like, that's really all that I cared about. It was never about the ring. I could care less how big or small it was. I could really care less, about anything like that. What mattered to me was the effort that he put into, just like how much thought and how much energy and how much love kind of went into him finding the perfect ring that he felt was perfect, that he was really, really happy with. Like, that's really all I cared about. Like, I wanted the effort, and I wanted it to be really special and meaningful, and it's exactly what he was. The story of how he went through it and everything is just, I just get goosebumps. It's just so, so beautiful. I'm going to do my cheeks now with the Tarte Clay Palette. I always get that stuffed up. Clay Play palette. And so yeah, he sort of, he went through the whole story with me of how he'd been searching for months and months and months. He'd been researching it for years. I'm trying not to bawl my eyes out because we cannot ruin this makeup. It looks too good to ruin. It was honestly it was just beautiful. The entire thing was so special, and he said all these amazing things, about why he wanted to spend the rest of his life with me, and, exactly just, everything that he'd been feeling and thinking and everything, and it was just amazing. It was honestly amazing. I don't really talk about my relationship too much, kind of publicly, but for those, there are a lot of people, especially who watch this, that do know Brandon and I, and for those who do know Brandon, me and Brandon we're actually best friends, and we've been like that ever since we first met. We get along. He's just the best person in the world, honestly. He's absolutely amazing. He's so caring and so supportive, and, he helps me just achieve incredible things, and he's my best friend, and he's so funny, and he's so much fun, and we just do the craziest things together, and I cannot believe for even half a second, I cannot believe. Oh my God, I'm getting upset now. I basically cannot believe that I'm lucky enough to get to marry him. It's not, damn it. Oh, I thought that this had settled down. God. I'm not even really a wedding person. Like, everyone's like, what kind of wedding do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. I want a wedding where Brandon, when he's going to be there at the end of the aisle. It was honestly just so beautiful. It was perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I'm just using the Benefit California blush. This is a really nice sort of coral blush. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, it was amazing. And, we announced it on Instagram, I think 2 days ago now, and I am just so incredibly overwhelmed with all of the support, all of the congratulations, all of the beautiful things that you guys have been saying. We're both Brandon and I are truly touched by their support, and just, I don't know, I guess you just don't realize how much people actually care. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you who left comments on my last video saying congratulations, and, comments on the Instagram post, just the support that I get here, with our online family is just absolutely, I just don't even have words. It's absolutely amazing. I appreciate every single one of you more than I can ever even explain. I suppose you want to see the ring, right? It's actually quite funny. Brandon did have me sized, like I said, I think it must have been about 8 months ago now, and I've lost quite a bit of weight since then, so it's actually too big, and we do have to actually take it back to the jeweler and get it resized to fit me. It's just magnificent. It's the prettiest thing. I really couldn't have asked for any more. It was like out of a fairy tale. It was beautiful. I get shivers. I mean, I'm just going to cry about this forever. Please no one judge me for that. Okay, so I'm using GERARD Cosmetics Mile High liquid lipstick on my lips. I friggin' love this color at the minute. As always, you can use the coupon code JOY to get 30% off this one. And look at that color. Right, we're pretty much all done now. I always get lipstick on my teeth. I'm such a child. I'm going to finish off and set everything down in place and lock it all in with my Nikkia Joy Rose setting spray. This is a collaboration that I did with GERARD Cosmetics. I'm sure you're probably all already aware, literally the best setting spray ever for stopping oil, controlling oil, stopping caking, stopping breakdown of makeup, stopping transferring of makeup, and just keeping your makeup looking bomb and friggin', you know, kick-ass incredible all day long. I'm just gonna finish with this. Oh, it smells so good. Yes. I like to let it kind of dry down. That's what keeps it perfect. All right, so yes, that is the story of our engagement, guys. Thank you to all of you who did request to hear this story. It really means a lot to me that you care enough about Brandon and I, you know, to even want to be involved. It's just touching, and I'm so full of emotion at the minute. I'm gonna start crying again. But yes, I hope you enjoyed today's Get Ready with me and just hanging out and chatting. And if you enjoy these kinds of videos and sort of hearing more personal stuff about what goes on in my life and our lives and things like that, please let me know. Please leave the video a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already, to make sure that you are notified as soon as I have a new video up. Yeah, I love you all so much. And I love Brandon so much. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video.